Isn't that illegal?
One of the things I'm interested in is the fact that Christians keep telling everybody, how can you live a moral life if you don't follow the Bible, if you don't follow any religious way of life? I mean, I'm an atheist, so I don't follow the Bible, and I'm going to try and explain why I think I still lead a moral life, or people who are atheists can live a moral life. So anyway, the arguments are basically, without God, how can you live a moral life? The Christians say, Muslims say, other religions say, all their morals come from the Bible or whichever religious book they favour, and it's all laid out in there. It's all God's work, it's all God's plan. Live your life as it's written in this book and you'll be rewarded. You'll go to heaven. It'll all be great. And because you live your life that way, that's the moral code that you should use. The other argument is, if we were all atheists, we wouldn't have those morals. We'd just be a lawless society. We'd all be out shooting, killing, raping, stealing, and that's all because if we didn't have that Bible, we didn't have the Quran, we didn't have whatever religious books or whatever religious texts people follow, if we didn't have those texts, if we didn't have God or gods, we wouldn't have any morals. I'm just going to talk from one perspective, and that one perspective is to compare humans with animals. And I want to see what happens when we make that comparison. Just a question to start with. Are animals religious? For example, I know this sounds a bit stupid. Do sheep have a Bible? Do they have a God? Do they believe in God? When you see lions basking in the sun, are they relaxing, thinking, oh, thank you God for giving us this antelope that I've just eaten? So all these things, sheep, Bible, lions praying to God, they all sound ridiculous. And they are ridiculous. There's no saviour for ants, there's no one to forgive the sins of the koalas, kangaroos aren't all going to hell, nothing like that. Animals don't have religion, they seem to get along okay. Do animals kill each other all the time? I'm not trying to say that animals don't kill other types of animals, because that's obviously, lions kill cattle, they kill antelopes, that's their food. That's a different thing. What I'm thinking is, are animals going around killing their own kind, which is obviously not for food. That's out of some kind of vindictiveness. So you mean, do you get rabbits killing other rabbits? You get lizards killing other lizards? Drive-by lizard shootings? Serial killing zebras? I don't know. Obviously, that's not the case, because in general, animals are pretty social creatures. Most of them live in groups, social groups, and even if they live alone, they don't go around hunting down other animals of the same species out of spite or out something to do. You know, they don't go around beating other animals over the head, shoving them off the ravine. They don't do that. I mean, obviously there are exceptions. Everybody sees wildlife programs. You see, if I'm talking about social animals, I could be talking about monkeys, talking about apes, wander around in packs, and sometimes you see them fighting each other. Sometimes you see them killing each other. Monkeys killing other monkeys. But that's basically because they're territorial animals. They only kill each other when they're threatened. If one pack of monkeys starts wandering into the territory of another, the other says, right, you shouldn't be here, you're stealing all our food, get out, or we'll have you. They don't really tend to kill, they tend to warn first, obviously. If the warning isn't enough, then they attack them, and once they've done enough damage to get them going, they won't kill them just because they feel like it now, just because they think, oh, we'll get rid of these completely and then there'll be no bother. Well, what they want to do is get them out of the territory, and that's the beginning and the end of it. They don't want to kill them, they just don't want to see them in their territory. But in general, they don't kill each other out of spite, out of vindictiveness, out of any sense that, oh, I feel like killing another ape, killing another monkey this week. Let's go and do it. Round up the guys and go and do it. They don't do that. And the territorial thing, if that sounds familiar, that's just because humans do it too. We're the same. One set of humans invades another human's territory, they'll fight back. Even if something trivial, like if you jump in someone's garden, they'll want you out of there. If you don't go out of there, they'll shout at you to start with. If you still don't move, you might get smacked round the head until you do move. A big example would be one country invades another. One country invades another, they're going to fight back, and they're not going to stop until you've gone again. If animals have done it, humans have done it. It's just a natural instinct of all animals. We're animals, humans are animals. Pretty much what we've got is animals live together, not too much conflict, work together, They look after each other, live in social groups, they raise children together, find food for each other. They live pretty, happy, social, productive lives. That's animals. Humans, we're just the same. We live together, work together, raise kids, find food. That's all you do. You live, reproduce, die. That's the natural order of things. That's what we do. That's what we do, and we do it well. We live in social groups, like animals, and that's how society works. But I start off saying do animals have religion? Well, no. But do they live in social groups? Yes. So if they can do it without religion, and we just live in exactly the same way, why do we need a book telling us what to do? Why do we need a religious text that sets out our morals when the morals that we need to live by are just the same morals that all animals are using to live in the animal kingdom? So the main point I'm trying to make is that morals are not what you read in the Bible. They're a natural instinct, an animal instinct, and a human instinct. Humans, animals, we're all animals. I mean, it's natural to want to feel that nobody's going to attack you or kill you, so we don't go out and attack other people. I don't want somebody to kill me. I won't go out and kill everybody else. If everybody started killing everybody, no one's going to feel safe. You're going to be looking behind you thinking, is somebody going to attack me today? I'm not going out there. You wouldn't be able to function. You wouldn't be able to live. If the society was totally anarchic, no rules, you would not be able to live, because you'd be immobilised with fear, because you wouldn't be able to function, because there wouldn't be those set of rules, unspoken rules or even spoken rules, stopping other people from attacking you or invading your territory or whatever. Moral behaviour is not compliance with a set of religious rules, a set of religious dogma. Moral behaviour is coming together in a social group with accepted rules of behaviour. It's just common sense to follow those rules. That's the easiest way to live, is to follow a set of social, responsible, moral rules. They don't have to be written down. They don't have to be written in a sense that a religious sense. So moral behaviour is not adherence to a set of religious dogma. It's coming together naturally, coming together in social group, living with accepted rules of behaviour. It's just common sense. It's just common sense to follow those rules. I don't believe in God. You might have guessed that. I'm an atheist. But I don't want to kill anybody. I don't get the urge to go out and beat people around the head. I don't want to do that sort of thing for fun. I've got morals. I live a fairly moral life. Obviously people do minor things that are bad, but you can do that. If you're a Christian, you can do that if you're an atheist. It's not the lack of religion or the presence of religion that makes you a moral person. And I don't go around beating people up because I don't want it to happen to me. And because I don't want it to happen to me, and nobody else wants it to happen to them, human society and animal society, it's all developed accepted codes of behaviour. And it's a social contract. It's there for humans, it's there for chimpanzees, it's there for badgers, it's there for goats, it's there for lizards, it's there for fish, ants, anything. Anything alive, any animal, all the animals out there, they all live under this social contract, a set of accepted rules of behaviour. There's no 10 commandments for tigers. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbour's antelope. That's not written in a book. Sheep, they live together. They're not vicious creatures, but they could be if they wanted to be. They could push each other into an electric fence and say, get off my grass, you bastard. They don't. They don't need a book. Animals don't need a book. I don't need a book. Nobody needs a religious text to tell them what their morals are. So over time, you might even say that these kinds of things have evolved. Obviously, you start to mention evolution, and you get into a whole different discussion. So that's basically what I'm saying, is that I don't believe that morals are in any way connected to religion. You can use religion in an immoral way. You can use atheism in an immoral way. You can be a bad atheist, you can be a good atheist. You can be a bad Christian, you can be a good Christian. You don't need to have that Bible to be a moral person. You don't need to believe in God to be a moral person. And That's all I wanted to say. Thank you for listening.
Isn't that illegal?
Censor your kids' ideas. Censor your child's inspiration. Censor all that. Expect a really heavy return spring, because you know what? That kid's going to turn her on you, and you're never, ever going to have a part of his life again.
Casting off the chains of the world.
But enough about me.